Greetings, DFG here. Hey everyone, I just wanted to leave a quick message around just the Thanksgiving holiday. First, happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. That said, I would like to just share a couple of thoughts. First, thought that came to my mind earlier today, so I'm going to say I coined it. Even if I didn't coin it, I'm going to take credit for it. But first, I want to remind each and every one of you that you are not a prize to be won, but you are a gift to be given. And I think that's so appropriate with this particular holiday, because this holiday is centered around, Thanksgiving. And in other words, being thankful for all the things that we as Americans have been given, and also we as citizens of the world have been given. And this holiday, as many of you I'm sure already know, came about in the 1860s during the Civil War, when President Lincoln was just saddened by what families were going through, losing, their sons, to the war, and just all of the chaos that was in the land, and in a way to go before God and ask God to continue to bless America, whether you were fighting for the Southern cause or the Northern cause. He knew that those losses that these families were taking, or those families were taking, were tremendous losses, very painful losses. And he knew that the only way for the land to heal, that he had to go before God. And that, he knew that man had to be thankful for God, or thank God, or show thanks to God for, all the things that they had to be thankful for, with all the losses that they had to be saddened about. So when you think in terms of this holiday, it's not about turkey, and it's not about, sweet potato pies and things like that. You see I smile when I say sweet potato pie, not to get off subject, but if you ever want to make me smile, just tell me you have a sweet potato pie for me, all right? I hope you don't mind me saying that. But anyway, it wasn't about, the food. It wasn't about, gathering, although it was about family, but more importantly, it was about God and family. And so as you look at, this Thanksgiving holiday and think about its origins, it had nothing to do with what we were taught in school, if you're old as I am, with the Pilgrims and the Native Americans, etc. That just got added in, to the story to add some context around, sharing. But the truth of it had everything to do with war in a country that was divided, at the risk of losing, its sovereignty as a United States. So the holiday could be more affiliated with the lost, almost, a soldier Memorial Day, Veterans Day type of climate, as much as it could be, for, coming together, for meals, and, and sharing those meals with family and friends. And the last thing I'd like to share about, the holiday is, asking yourself, what can I do to make our country a better country? And those who know, me, know that I'm a man of faith. I love God with all my heart, mind, and spirit. It's God and everything else. And I got a lot of everything else, but it's still God first. But I was just thinking in terms of, God and God's love, and how that we know through that love, those of you who are practicing, the Christian faith, that love caused the Lord to give forth an ultimate sacrifice, the love of a child, for the salvation of mankind. But also, I just wanted to share a particular reading real fast with you, if you give me 2 more minutes of your time. I hope you will. But it says, "Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of God. And therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew him not," talking about God. "Because," it say, "beloved, now we are that we are the sons of God, it does not yet appear what we should be. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is." And what he's meaning by it does not show, what will appear or how we will appear. It's just simply saying that, it's an imperfect man loving a perfect God. And God's grace for us is the fact that he tolerates our imperfection, knowing that ultimately that imperfection will be the lessons of life that we will all be able to leverage, in the new life so that we can understand, what love truly looks like and appreciation for the things that God had in mind at the creation of mankind. So although we can't see it clearly at this particular time, we can feel it, emotionally and spiritually. And I will tell you that Thanksgiving is centered more around that than any other event. So as you're sharing this time with family and friends, and maybe you don't have anybody to share it with, then share it with yourself and knowing that, again, that you are still a gift. You know what I'm saying? You are wonderfully made. You were made by a perfect creator that put everything in you that you needed to have to be able to still exist and be here. You fought for the right to get here. And you don't want me to take you through the whole, you were the best of a billion. So I won't get it, we know what that's all about. Some of us do anyway. But you were the best in class then, and you're the best in class now. But sometimes we forget those things with so many things going on around us and the challenges of life that we're dealing with. But every now and then it's time that we should all slow down and just reflect and just be thankful for what we do have. Be thankful for the things that, we have been blessed with. And no matter what we might want to say about these United States of America, you know what I'm saying? There are other great places around the world you can live, but I tell you what, we are right there at the very apex of those places. And so we're all blessed to be able to live in this great country that many have died and sacrificed so that we can have it, including the reason why, or the reason for the season, as they say, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was actually put in place for the preservation of the Union, to make sure that the country that we enjoy today would be here for us today, 100 plus years, or 150 plus years or so later. Okay? So anyway, I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you're enjoying your family, the great food. But more importantly, understand the meaning of the day, and remember, you know what I'm saying, you're not a prize to be won. You're a gift to be given. So give, okay? Thank you. Now you know. DFG, Gideonsflight. Goodbye, everyone.